Hello everybody, my name is Jacob Toronto of ChasingCinema.com. About a month ago I did a similar thing where I just did these videos by myself because my co-host James Shue was not here. And today again I am solo at AMC Town Square in Las Vegas enjoying movie night. And today we're watching two movies. One, a comedy called Get Hard with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. And Home, the new animated family film from DreamWorks, which is the one I'm going to be concentrating on right now. Disney and Pixar, the team of them together, have really dominated the animated wars. And what I mean by that is that Disney and Pixar, essentially up until a few years ago, dominated animated films. They produced the best, depthful movies. They all had heart. They usually, if not always, took home the Academy Award. But then Disney started doing their own things without the Pixar brand, such as Frozen and Wreck-It Ralph, which were also great. Big Hero 6 also, which took home the Academy Award last year. These films, all solid pictures. I think besides the exception of Cars 2, I've walked into a Disney Pixar animated film and been disappointed. However, DreamWorks on the other hand always kind of attended to the much more immature, childish, lighthearted humor, such as Shrek and just a lot more lighter tales. However, in the past couple years, we've had Mr. Peabody and Sherman, Kung Fu Panda 2, and more importantly, last year, How to Train Your Dragon 2, which was in my top 10 favorite films of the year because I thought it was so powerful. It had so much depth to it. There were so many beautiful themes and messages. It wasn't just for kids. DreamWorks was finally taking a step to make a really great picture. So right now I am so high on DreamWorks that I am really excited for this movie Home. Home, which tells the story of Jim Parsons, who plays this alien named O, who seems to really unfit in. He seems to play a very similar character to his character Sheldon Cooper on The Big Bang Theory. And then we have Rihanna playing a young girl who's in search of her mother. So movie's about an hour and 40 minutes as well, and I'm just hoping to enjoy myself and hopefully get a few laughs. We'll see you after this. Hello everybody, we just got out of DreamWorks' new animated picture Home, and I have to say that I have a lot of mixed feelings about this movie. I'm, for one, not a big fan of The Big Bang Theory. Then again, I haven't watched it very much, but what I have seen, I'm not a fan. And part of the reason is that it has to kind of do with the Sheldon Cooper character, which is pretty much the exact same character we get in this movie, Oh, the Alien, played by the same actor, Jim Parsons. But the movie begins, for the first half, the first 45 minutes of this picture is very childish, very silly. It's visually it's awesome. This world that these aliens and humans have created, the style of everything, the animation is beautiful, but overall it's pretty hollow and doesn't have much depth that movies such as Kung Fu Panda 2 or How to Train Your Dragon 2 had. So I was kind of disappointed. I was watching the movie, kids were enjoying it, and there was a few cute moments, but it was nothing to really grasp onto and say, wow, this is where DreamWorks needs to go. Then the second half of the movie began, and the heart of this movie finally surfaced, and the movie came to fruition. There is a beautiful theme in this movie, and this story about companionship, and it brings me to a moment that I did not see coming when a main character actually accepts their fate because they see what true friendship looks like. I try not to be spoiler, but when you see the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And that moment itself is beautiful and wonderful to see. However, it's a shame that I have to work and sit through 45 minutes of just kind of silliness to get to that point. And I think that's what really hurts this movie, is that it takes me sitting through Rihanna playing her character Tip, turning on the radio to listen to Rihanna. I mean, it's little things like that I'm like, all right, just, I want to get to heart. I want these movies to have a message. Disney has knocked it out of the park, like I said multiple times. They're funny, they're beautiful to look at, they usually have great themes, they're usually talking about something important, and DreamWorks is starting to follow suit. However, this movie just kind of fell off the back burner to me. It kind of went into their old school ways of being silly and just kind of for kids, which is okay. But I'm the first person to tell you that if a movie is an animated picture, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a kid's movie. I'd actually say 95% of the time, it's for any age. However, there are movies that are made strictly for kids and young children, and at first I thought this is what this movie was, but not until 45 minutes later I realized it was much more than that. However, I still can't excuse the movie making the first 45 minutes a little bit hard to get through. Overall, I'm more looking forward to Kung Fu Panda 3, another movie DreamWorks have coming out. This wasn't my favorite. It wasn't probably the top-notch animated film we'll see this year. So just kind of going to be looking forward to next week when we're going to be seeing, I think, the first really big movie of this year. We had Insurgent, but even that didn't have the feeling that Furious 7 is going to have. But before I get into that, make sure to go to my review and read chasingcinema.com/home so you can hear all the full details about this new DreamWorks picture. Make sure to watch our video review that we just did on Get Hard, the new comedy from Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart at youtube.com/chasingcinema. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/chasingcinema. Follow us at Twitter at, guess what, Chasing Cinema. And make sure next week, Thursday at midnight, 11:59, you are here at AMC Town Square to join me and my co-host, who's not here right now, James Shue, for Furious 7. I, even myself, not being the greatest Fast and Furious fan, am highly anticipating this movie. I think it's going to be huge. I think there's going to be a lot of emotions from people going into this movie. It's going to be the theater that you want to sit in with an audience and really experience as a whole. So I advise you to reserve your tickets now and join us next week. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jacob Toronto of ChasingCinema.com, the film lovers website.